Hey everybody, so today we're going to be talking about one of the most interesting books in the whole Bible. So we're going to be talking about Job today. And there are a variety of things we could say about it, but I'm just going to try to hit on a few things to walk us through. So the first thing is that you'll notice at the opening of this story of Job, we've kind of got a glimpse into this setting of this heavenly court. Um, you might not think of it about this way typically, but this was a common thing in the Bible when the heavens were sort of described with God's heavenly court and the angelic beings as part of this court. And so we see this figure Hasatan, which we usually translate that as Satan, but it's not the Satan that you're probably thinking of. So this Hasatan, that just means the accuser. So this is a figure who is a part of God's counsel, essentially, and specifically it's the person who is making accusations as the accuser, right? And so these beings come to God, and God mentions Job, and so Satan sort of sets up this bet almost with God. He says that if God didn't give Job all of the things that he has, then Job would curse God. So this competition ensues basically as a result, and all of these things happen to Job to see if he will curse God. Now, the result of this competition kind of seems to get lost in the shuffle, but what we see happening is Job struggling with everything that's going on, because as God self says, Job is a righteous person, and there's no reason why all this stuff should be happening to him. But Job's friends suggest that this is a punishment because Job has done something wrong. And Job's response basically is, no, I haven't done anything wrong. God knows it. God is the one who's messing up here. This is crazy. And so ultimately, at the end of all of this, God responds and makes some comments about how Job is just a human being, and God is the one who knows all things and can see everything that's happening in the world. But Job has one initial response to this that is possibly compliant, but it's also possible that Job is being very sarcastic in this when he says, oh, well, I'm just not going to speak anymore. So there are two ways that could be taken. And the reason for that is because God continues. So Job responds, but then God just kind of doubles down, and then he starts talking about these creatures and how God has control over all the chaos of the world. And then ultimately Job responds again and says that he repents. But interestingly, after that, God doesn't rebuke Job. Job is justified. And God says that Job's friends are the ones who are incorrect, and they've spoken wrongly about the whole situation. So it's kind of strange, because at the very end, Job ends up getting all of the things that he lost back. Well, new things that he didn't have before. But that doesn't make this necessarily a happy ending, right? Because he lost his children, so getting new children doesn't make him less happy about losing, or less sad, I should say, about losing those children. So the ultimate message here, as you'll see in your notes and in the video, we really don't have an answer to this question about what's going on with the justice of God and the suffering in the world. And Job is kind of a case study for that. So a lot of this probably will resonate with some of you on certain levels. But it's very interesting. It's very thought-provoking. We shouldn't be too quick to draw certain conclusions because it is very unclear. But more on that as you go. So let's have at it.